Oh, Dan, it's an amazing time for any hockey coach because we're starting something, in a very short number of days that we love to do. That is coach a team and try to win some trophies. And at BC, we're tremendously excited about this year.
Lose some key guys from last year, certainly. One of the most decorated senior classes you've ever had, but you have a lot of key components returning to this team as well. So who do you expect this year to maybe step into maybe more of a leadership role?
Well, we're looking at Pat Mullane, Chris Kreider, Stevie Whitney, a number of our really core players to step up because, like you said, Dan, we lost the 3 seniors, but we also lost the 3 undergraduates that turned pro for us. So we got 6 holes to fill, whether they're good player roles or leadership roles, and some of those players combine both of those. That we got to look now for our nucleus of returning players to step forward, and those are some. I think Brian Dumoulin will have a big year for us. Tommy Cross, healthy, looking to have a injury-free, lots of minutes type year.
And as Hockey East representative in the Icebreaker tournament this year, a little bit of league pride on the line in that early season tournament as well.
Oh, no question. To get out to North Dakota and face Michigan State from the CCHA and potentially Air Force or North Dakota the next night, that's a great way for us to start our year.
And Hockey East is always a tough schedule to take over the course of the year. It's going to be a battle throughout. What are your expectations of the league this season?
I think it's going to be one of the strongest group of teams we've had as I look back and then try to project forward. But certainly BU and Maine and New Hampshire return a lot of players, a good freshman class at all 3 schools, and they appear to me to be the strongest. Now, someone always jumps up. Injuries play a factor in it. A team mojo plays a factor in it. So it'll be a interesting 5 months ahead of us.
Well, I think everybody's looking forward to it. It was a learning experience for us last year. We had the youngest team we've ever had, both class-wise and age-wise. So the good thing is this summer they got older. But we got a lot of guys back. We should be in pretty good shape.
And that's, I think, exactly the key. A lot of guys back, 86% of the team scoring from last year, and a real good one in your senior captain, in Chris Connolly.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get great leadership from him and a great year from him. He's had 3 really solid years for us thus far. He's in great shape and really looking forward to the season.
Another key senior is obviously your netminder and Kieran Milan, who won a national title as a freshman, was a Hockey East second-team All-Star last year as a junior, and he'll be solid between the pipes.
Yeah, I think he's he was our most valuable player last year. We rely an awful lot on him. Everybody relies on their goaltender, and we think we got the best goaltender. We have 2 seniors. We have Roheiser as well, so we think we get the best goaltending situation in the league, and that should put us in good stead.
How about some of the young guys from last year and guys you're expecting to step up into maybe more key roles this year?
I think the entire freshman class of last year all really had good, solid freshman seasons, but they've got to pick it up now. They're going to be I don't think they can get more ice time. They got a lot of ice time last year, but they'll have to be more in tune to what's going on out there, game in and game out. More consistency from them. But I think guys like Charlie Coyle, Sahir Gill, Clendenning, we've got a whole bunch of freshmen and sophomores that had solid years last year that have to step it up.
And Hockey East, always a tough regular season, always a grind to get through it. What are you expecting out of the regular season this year in the league?
I think more of the same. I think the usual suspects are going to be good. I think frankly, I think the team that will make the biggest jump will probably be UMass Amherst.
Yeah, we can't wait. It seems like it's been a long time since we were on the ice. So the captains are on now, and coaches are looking forward to getting out there soon. So yeah, we can't wait.
Talk about that senior leadership. Guy like Brian Flynn, going to rely on him a lot, I'm sure, to really take control of this team and make it his own.
Yeah, we've got 2 great captains, and Brian Flynn and Will O'Neill, 2 Boston area guys that are just fabulous. And they've been tutoring under some good captains in House and Dimon and Nyquist, and so these guys know how to lead, and they're both naturals, a little different in their personalities, which is good. I think they're going to complement each other really well, and both are just fierce competitors and great hockey players, and they'll be playing in every situation, power play, penalty kill, first and last minute. So they'll have plenty of opportunity to lead on and off the ice, and so far they're doing a great job. So.
And talk about the Al Fund, the arena undergoing some changes here this summer and more to come. Just get us up to date on where those renovations stand.
Well, if it weren't for the commissioner, we'd be in big trouble. That's first and foremost. And then the director of Hockey East officials, and if it weren't for the director of Hockey East officials, we'd be in big trouble. So, although he still keeps us in trouble, I'm sure. Yeah, all right. So our arena, the renovations, it's going great. We're right on schedule. We still have work to do. This is just phase one of a 2 or 3 phase project, but we've put almost $5 million in over the summer. So you can see a difference when you walk in, and you're going to see even more next summer. We're very proud of it. It's new lower bowl seat backs is the first thing that'll catch your eye. New boards and glass, really nicely done. We have a new refrigeration system, the Ice Cube system. And Terry McLaughlin and John Mead, they do a great job. They've done a lot of other rinks in Hockey East, and it's that refrigeration system make a big difference. And the HVAC system, the comfort level for the fans is going to be a lot better. And we're adding new speakers for the sound system, so it's not Charlie Brown's mom talking on. You can actually hear the announcement, so that's good. And a few other touches, and then phase 2 will be locker rooms for visitors and home team, and women's team, and a new front entrance. So that's to come in future years.
Well, I think the beginning of the season is exciting for everyone. I think everyone's interested in seeing what was considered to be a very young team last year with 14 freshmen, now sophomores, what they're going to be like, whether they really have grown, whether they've matured, whether they're at a new level of achievement. And just because we were young last year doesn't automatically make us a better team this year. But we're hoping that progression takes shape.
One thing I think about your team with guys like TJ Seiner is you do have that young team, but you've got some good, strong, upper-class leadership too.
Well, Seiner is a good example. Danny Hobbs, Michael Maku, those 3 guys will form our leadership group, and they give us the advantage of having enough maturity to be able to, lead and direct. And hopefully some of the younger guys will follow in their footsteps, because they've been great guys for us all along.
And Paul Dane obviously got the majority of the work last year, but Jeff Teglia played as well. Expecting him to make a big step forward in his sophomore year?
Well, I think Teglia will be given every opportunity to take the reins. At the same time, we have 2 young freshman goaltenders that we're excited about. Steve Masterlitz, who played at Kimball Union, and Kevin Boyle, who's from New Jersey but played for Darren Yopik out in the BCJHL.
And here we go, Hockey East season, another regular season. It's always a grind. So your perspective on the league?
Well, I mean, it must be interesting when you're outside the league and you look and you see BC, BU, UNH, Maine coveted as the top programs going in, and deservedly so. But I think that the gap is closed between the bottom end of the programs in Hockey East and the top end. It's been very clear for quite a while now that any team on a given night can beat the other, and I look for it to be just as jumbled and the unexpected to occur on a pretty regular basis. And it will be settled in the end, and obviously the cream will come to the top, but I think it's going to be quite a ride getting there.
Well, I've got a room full of excited guys, and we're certainly optimistic about the season. Coming back as an alum, I'm certainly feel that enthusiasm.
Now, over the course of the summer, obviously taking the new position, what's the reception been like, and how have you felt taking over the position here at UMass Lowell?
Well, it's been outstanding. I think rekindling old relationships has been a big part of that, but we're just looking forward to the season starting.
Talk about your team. I know you're still getting to know them a little bit, but guys like Valerani and Wetmore, you certainly have guys who are capable of putting up big numbers for the team and leading the team offensively.
Well, you mentioned 2 good ones right there. Riley Wetmore is going to be our captain this season, so we're very excited about his leadership as a junior. David Valerani is someone that we're going to be counting on for offensive numbers.
And Hockey East, it's certainly a league that has a lot of competitiveness in it. So your expectations of what the battle is going to be like through the year?
Well, the depth is tremendous, as you mentioned. The battle throughout the year, I think it's a long season. You got to really weather the ebbs and flows of the season as a whole. So we're going to concentrate on 1 week at a time and try to get better during those weeks, so we're there in the end.